look at the Swamp, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. Your college football Saturday continues with a great showdown here on EA Sports. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Florida Gators. Reese Davis, David Pollard, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Thanks, guys. The Florida head coach told me before the game. He told me this is a crucial game to stay focused. He understands coming into this loud and crazy environment against a team that is not ranked in the top 25 could be easy to overlook. But he's shown his players tape all week, and he said, we have to understand every play matters. We cannot look ahead to next week, or this week will be a disaster. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. The Gators ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Second and long here. Throwing Sellers. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, this defense was ready for go-balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
And the Gamecocks decide to punt it away. Pulls it, fired, complete. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week. Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Jones wants to throw it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
You know, there are a lot of coaches out there who believe bye weeks sometimes can take away your rhythm, and that might be the case with this offense right now. They just don't seem to be clicking in the passing game.
So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
That's how it's done, and it's an easy decision when you get it. There's no second guessing when you get it. Nice job by the offense converting the fourth down.
And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Making the adjustment on the play. Drops back on 1st down. Buying time to his right. Trying to escape and get it himself. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably...
Wide open spaces. He is in. Touchdown, Florida.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
There's some daylight. There he goes. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. The Gamecocks, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking for running room. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Sellers through the noise. Oh, pressure's coming. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And the Gamecocks will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's ball. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down in 2nd and 9. Jones to throw. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He'll try to take it back. He's at the touchdown, Gamecocks. The defense putting points on the board. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. On the return, it's Gibson. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. That Gator ground game is lurking in the murky waters, and it has been most effective.
Yeah, we've seen them in the past, man. When Florida's really cooking, they've got some good backs. They've got some good balance, but they've got some physicality, and that's what you want to see from this unit.
Moving out to the right. Takes a hit as he fires. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, South Carolina. The defense takes matters into its own hands. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. He'll bring it out. It's Gibson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Jones wants to throw it. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Handoff for Ball. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Motion from the back. Here's a give to Gibson. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
Jones to throw. Pulls it in. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Well, this defense has their hands full with him on this drive. And that DB, I'll tell you, he may have saved a touchdown with that tackle. When you've got speed like this running back has, if he gets in the second level, a lot of people start to hold their breath because it could be a house call. And you know they're going to keep giving him the football here in the drive. Up front, this defense has got to get a lot more physical.
Working the middle, it's complete. Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks. The Gators in a good spot here with second and short. Running inside. It's ball. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right. Now in the red zone, field shrinking. How do they handle this situation? Bring more bodies, be more physical, be more aggressive.
The Gators back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Shakes off the defender. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They'll take the penalty and move them back. And the Gators are threatening on first and goal. Looking for room. It's Turner. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. They'll try to run with ball. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Gators! You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown. Oh, Methuselah.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. the move from inside his 5. He'll be forced out of bounds at his 21-yard line. Not the best field position you could ask for, but they'll get it started there. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Sellers. Snags it. And he's got plenty for the first down, and now they'll have a chance to get their thoughts together coming out of the 2-minute timeout. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Hauls it in. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. The Gamecocks peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Fresh set of downs going up top. Escapes the pressure going right. Lets it fly. Right side, it's Fuller. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7.
And sometimes offenses, man, they get caught up with numbers and they need to do so many runs, so many passes. I like when you just trust your quarterback. Like back-to-back explosive passing plays. Let him do his thing. Let him drop back, read the defense, dissect it, and
trying to get it in. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. From deep, it's Gibson. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Breaks into the open. He's past the marker. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Out wide right, it's Brown. Snags it, and there's running room. The 30. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
That's a bang-bang type play. RPO in and out of the hands of the QB quickly. Just get it into the hands of your playmaker as fast as possible and let him do the rest. When you've got this guy's athleticism, man, that is such a great design on offense, and it comes up big.
Showing off the arms. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
The Gators with the 1st and 10. Tough run here. It's Gibson. Got a little touchdown, Florida. And they add 6 more to the board with a trip to the house. Setting up for the extra point and the top. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Here's Sellers to throw. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He's brought down. A short return for the defense. Comes out on top with a pick. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. They're already in field goal range, but Jesse, they want to be aggressive, but they can't take a negative play.
Well, the play caller's got to look up and down his sheet here to find a shot to the end zone, David. Be aggressive and see if you can get a touchdown late.
Wow, knowing that I've got 3 in my back pocket. Don't force the ball into a bad situation, but we're definitely trying to get a touchdown.
Short completion on first down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Jones wants to throw it. Rush right in his face. Got his man. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 of the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He wants to throw it. Here comes the heat. He's sacked. This defense all over him. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And this one is perfect. And they've regained the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that full Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We begin with the Texas A&M Aggies taking on the number 12 team, the Wisconsin Badgers.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
And it's the Aggies who win it on their home turf. They take pride in protecting their dirt, so to speak, and they did so today. They win their 2nd straight game and talk about doing it in style. That margin of victory is a head-turner. Here now some other games you may...
Snags it and he's open. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Great job by the defense here rallying to this wide receiver and making the tackle. He is dangerous. They don't want to let this receiver get behind them, but they know that when he makes catches, they better rally quickly and get this guy on the ground. He is fast.
Here's a give the ball. Ran through the contact. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Jones to throw. Out wide left, it's Boyd. Turns it on in midfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. Right side, it's Ball. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Working their way closer and closer, a 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football.
And that ball's free behind the line. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. So the turnover sets up their first drive of this second half, and they'll have an opportunity to take the lead. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Throwing, Sellers. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Really nice play on the pick. Was looking for a little more yardage, but great field position at the 34. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's Jaden one more time. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. Jones wants to throw it. Rolls right. fires to the wideout. Finds a man all alone. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. The receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Touchdown, Gator! And they take it in for 6 more points. The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. And he takes this from inside the 5. He found some really good running room on that one. It just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Sellers. Turns it upfield. After the filthy move, he's got room. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass, it's Sellers. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Here's Sellers to throw. They're all over him. He breaks the tackle. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. And it looks as if we are ready to get things started here in the fourth quarter. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Sellers from the gun on third down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Sellers to throw for it on fourth. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
In the situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that one. And because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving this stadium with it.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After that big stop by the defense, now they can salt this thing away. He's changing the play. Jones to throw. Reels it in. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Face mask penalty cost the D 15 yards and a first down. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Wants to throw one first. Rushes on. Incomplete and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be second down.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
Second and long here. Hits inside. It's Turner. Got some room into the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. They add on to this lead, and it looks as if they'll be moving to 2-0. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And that extra point is a big one, as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. And the Gamecocks want to crank the tempo.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Sellers. Under pressure. And it's a sack.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Going to try to get it himself. Turning it on. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on 2nd and long. Great awareness on the scramble.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
He's going to take off. At the 35, he's open. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick them up and put them down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. Sellers, look out. Dumps it to the back. Makes the grab. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Back to throw, it's Sellers. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had. The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Looks as if he's going to run it. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their 2nd. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Third and long coming up. Jones wants to throw it. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. As they open this possession from their own 20. Here's Sellers to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
To pass on 2nd down. He'll try to do it himself. Snowed under by the defense. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his second interception of the game. Instead, it's fourth down.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
Fourth down, Sellers. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Well, I know when the defense goes back and watches this film, it's not going to be perfect, but that was the stop they needed, right, David? You got 2 great offenses going back and forth. You just got to be able to break serve once, and the defense did it here at the very end. No matter how you do it, I know the stats weren't great, but the most important statistic?
Makes the grab in their space. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one.
I'll be honest, man, if I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And they're just about out of chances. The defense can stop it one more time as the quarterback takes a knee. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a